And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, Clark and Steve, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
And I'm just so impressed with the long-range shooting. They have really lit it up from outside.
Yeah, the sharp shooting from deep, a big part of their lead, and they're playing with confidence and shooting it well.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. Chalmers and D. Wade are the guards. Chris Bosh is out there with Shane Battier and it's Allen in at the small forward position. Lakers leading by 3. Here's Williams. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And now let's bring up the 2K leaderboard so we can see and check out some of the most feared defenders in the league. The steal leaders among shooting guards. Second is Dwayne Wade.
And both the hand speed and general quickness of the players on that list are outstanding. I mean, those are the qualities you need to be an effective perimeter defender.
Well, the two-guard position is where we often find a team's best defender, and that's definitely the case with these guys. Every one of their teams leans on them heavily at the defensive end.
Well, Miami stormed through the regular season and were viewed as the clear-cut favorites to come out of the East, but it was not as easy as expected. After sweeping Milwaukee, the Bulls gave them a scare, then the Pacers really took them deep all the way to Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Young dishes to Johnson. Williams passes to Johnson. Goes up to the stripe. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Johnson's got his first 2 points of the night. And for the Heat, the Pacers were their first real test, it seemed, and they had to survive a win or go home against them. It almost seemed, Clark, to take away any momentum they might have had when they went up against the Spurs in the finals.
You know, it's interesting. When I think of momentum in the playoffs, it doesn't carry over from game to game or series to series. I think each game, Kevin, is really an entity in and of itself. That said, Miami found a way, despite being pushed by the Pacers and being pushed by the Spurs, both to Game 7s. It came down to LeBron James's brilliance, but also the hot shooting of a complimentary role-playing winner, Shane Battier.
Now Young. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Suns in Phoenix. And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here. 16 seconds. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. And the shot is good. Meek's got 6.
And that's one of his strengths, knocking down those long-range jumpers.
The Heat trail by 3. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Yes, guys, for Steve Nash last season, he became just the 5th player in league history to crack 10,000 assists, joining John Stockton, Jason Kidd, Mark Jackson, and Magic Johnson. Nash said, to have just one scholarship offer and to play in the NBA as long as I have and to be on a list with people like Magic is beyond my wildest dreams. Adding, it's incredibly special, humbling, and a tribute to playing with a lot of great players over my career. No surprise, fellas, giving credit to his teammates.
Well, you have to like that focus on the team first. Thanks, Doris. Gasol with the block. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession.
A chance to check out some of the stats on Mario Chalmers, how the season's turning out for him. Averaging 9 points per game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. Looking at those... Oh, ridiculous.
What a move.
Tore it down that time.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now.
Talk about the definition of a role player, guys. What the perfect role player should look like, I think it's Shane Battier. I mean, he's as good as it gets in that role. An elite defender, can guard anybody, and he can hit the 3 at a pretty good rate. Smart, good passer, just the epitome of what you want in a role player.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
And I think another key will be, can they continue to knock down that mid-range shot? They've been very good here early.
Chris Kamen's checked in for the Lakers. Wade kicks to Battier. Here's the three. Here's Bosch. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividend.
Yeah, it sure has, Clark. I mean, with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, they really haven't had to do much on the perimeter.
Meeks, good. And, you know, you talk about Battier, he knows how to play his role. He doesn't try to do too much.
Hey, he's got a great basketball IQ, understands angles and percentages, and seems to be able to guard about 3 different positions, and a terrific weak side defender. He's always the guy there waiting to take a charge.
Remember last year in the playoffs, though, he did kind of have that slump shooting the threes, and they had to put him on the bench. They weren't using him in the rotation.
Yep.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Thank you, Kevin. I was able to listen in on what Mike D'Antoni had to say to his team. He focused immediately on their defending, specifically in transition, saying he wants them cutting down on the number of fast breaks they've been given up to this point. Guys, they're clearly hoping those changes have an effect even before this game makes it to halftime. Kevin?
Thank you, Doris. Here's Anderson. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. LA's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Good.
It was a slow start for him, but he started to take off since we hit the second quarter, guys.
1:58 left in the first half. LeBron sets the screen for Wade. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
I've really appreciated their activity in the post today. I mean, their movement down low has been great.
Yep, ball movement, player movement. They're generating a lot of easy opportunities for themselves down there.
And the Lakers making a change here. Hill's checked in, stolen by Anderson. Wade against Young. Cole, the pass to Anderson, and he slams it one-handed.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
It feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
The Heat have gone 7 of 13 from the field since the start of the second. Good ball movement here by Miami. Cole dishes to Lewis. Kaman with the block.
You know, something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound totals are almost identical.
No separation there. Not yet anyway.
Here's Wade. Oh!
Are you kidding me? That was a power punch right there.
Oh, great.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
Man, I like that. And some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in, but I say put as much as you can on the finish and get your teammates going. Boy, great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, it sure was. He made a beeline for the bucket as soon as they got the ball. Right away, straight to the rim.
The Heat with the lead. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. 16 points for Wade.
Well, their plan of attack has been pretty clear to see. I mean, get the ball inside and just take it strong to the hoop. Be dominant in the lane.
Well, the defense has been very slow to adjust. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
And again, no good by the Lakers.
You just assume he's going to knock those down when he's as open as he was there.
LeBron with it. For the three. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. And a tight game here as we end the first half. Heat out front. They finish off the third quarter with a massive 16-7 run. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. I'm here with Coach Spoelstra. And, Coach, how do you rate the team's defensive performance to this point?
We're playing our normal defense, which is to be aggressive, disruptive. And for the most part, we've been able to cover ground except for the fouls at the basket.
Coach, thanks for the time. Gentlemen, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And, folks, make sure to stay tuned in for halftime, and we'll be back right after that.
Now, presented by Sprint.
It's Christmas Eve, and with Santa and his sleigh on his way, it's time for the halftime show. Miami up on top against the Lakers. They're really working that ball around, doing a nice job keeping the D off balance. Mario Chalmers has been the X factor. He's picked up 5 points, and he's made some key plays in the assist department, too. And on the other hand, the Lakers are still alive. They're trying to close in on the 8th best record in the conference. A win here would give it to them. Getting it done early, Xavier Henry. He has 11 points and some nice plays offensively, getting the assists going. And that'll do it. Let's get you out to the second half, about to start at Staples Center.